podcast?
It's the Hoe Rogan podcast.
Kristen and Allie by day, Hoe Rogan by night.
We're good to go. Okay, perfect.
Okay, and I'm going to keep time.
Oh, yeah, because we have to be out at 12,
so
right?
it's 10:56.
Perfect.
Actually, sorry.
No, that's okay.
The time's also on the screen. If you look on the top.
Oh,
corner.
perfect.
we never knew that.
I mean, I stare at it the whole time, so I should know.
Right, like, you're facing it. That's true. You should know.
Exactly. You'd have
That's
to
your
turn
fault.
around. Okay. Hey-ho.
Hey ho.
Well, I guess we're going to stop doing that part of our program.
I don't know.
And,
Yeah.
we can still do it, but we're going to start with the hoedown, which is going to be the rundown of what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clever, and
Which
I
is
wish
funny.
I wish we could take credit for it.
And, oh, yeah, exactly. It's my friend Mike who thought it was a good idea. And we also never actually hit the topics that we think we're going to hit. We always go off on tangents, so I don't know how helpful it's going to be. But maybe it'll like ground us also into what we're going to talk about.
We're typical women,
We really are.
just cackling hens.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just can't keep our thoughts in one place.
Yeah.
Just go off.
We should call the studio
In
the
all
hen
directions.
house.
We should.
Yeah.
But we still have to attach it to hoe. The hoe house.
Oh yeah.
Just
Well,
a-
hens are hoes because
What?
they sleep with all. Wait, no.
Oh, because they all sleep with one rooster?
This
The
is a
rooster's the hoe.
Seinfeld. This is a Seinfeld reference. Frank Costanza at dinner with George's fiance's parents. You got the chicken, you got the rooster, and you got the hen. I think he says, "Who's having sex with the hen?" I think that's
Because it's like an old hen? Like that's the stereotype
no,
of
just
the...
like there's three.
Right.
There's. It seems like there would be.
Oh, is the hen a guy? Wait.
The hen is a female, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm calling us a hen house. Like,
Wait, but the chicken, the rooster, and the hen are all different things? I thought a chicken just was a hen.
Jorge,
We need a Google
your tip's
already.
going down by the second. Please let us
man.
know. I know this is depressing.
Because the fox in the hen house is a thing. So I thought all chickens were hens and the rooster was the rooster.
That's
So
what
a
I.
hen is a female.
And is a chicken a hen?
It's a hen is a type of chicken. Is a female.
Oh,
chicken.
But are all chickens hens?
no. It sounds like there's other kinds, like silky chickens maybe and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Possibly?
Okay. And then the rooster is the male.
Yes.
Yeah, the rooster's a male.
And so, okay, right. Frank Costanza. So who's having sex with the hens? It's like almost like an allegory for like, who's having sex with us? Like,
Yeah.
with us hens in a way. No.
All hens are chickens.
All hens are chickens,
but not all chickens are hens.
This is
I
actually a
believe.
farming podcast.
Exactly.
And we are at the
We're sponsored by
hoedown.
Farmers Only. Is that still a thing?
I think so.
I think so too. It's probably
it's probably going to get bigger.
one of the things that he also said that I thought was funny, but now I'm Googling female podcast names because how we're calling it Hoe Rogan. And I was like, should we spell it with an E or an O? Because there's Hoe Math. And he was like, it's funny that no female podcasts are like smart, intelligent women. So he's like, we're a bunch of hoes. We're a bunch of hens.
Right.
But there are actually plenty that are like, one of the first ones I looked at was like, the Women's Bible podcast. I was like, oh, okay, we're just the problem.
And that probably has a gajillion downloads, actually. And
It's
like they're
the number, exactly. It's way up. It's like number, I'm already lost in it, but it's basically, drunk women solving crime. It's hilarious.
we've really done a
Women's
lot to
Bible
advance.
study is number 6. My God, we should start. You know the Bible. You should chime in with some verses occasionally.
A little bit.
Give us some respect.
Yeah, I'm a Catholic, so
I'm a heathen. I don't know anything.
yeah. Well, we're the heathen version of Christians.
Catholic is?
Yeah,
I
because
thought it was the ultra strict version,
no, well, it is strict, but it's
but no one follows it.
right. Like it's like Sunday Christians. So growing up, it wasn't like we know Bible verses and we memorized the prayers that we were supposed to memorize. We had to go to Sunday school, which was to get confirmed in the church and to get your first communion. And then
Right.
you get that in like second grade. And then when you're 16, you get confirmed so you can take the Holy Communion.
Okay.
And so you're supposed to be learning, but it's like that scene in Ferris Bueller where Ben Stein is like, anyone?
Bueller. Yeah.
No one's paying attention. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, so it's almost like Catholic by default for some people. or a lot of people.
So
And
it's like going through the motions.
it's going through the motions. However, there is a big appreciation for the tradition of it. And that's what's kept me around, is that this is what my family is.
Oh, sure.
And I like to carry that tradition. But now, after losing, I hate to say it like every time, I lose my mom, I lose my mom.
Yeah.
But after, my mom was very, very Catholic, and she would say, like, you can lean on Jesus. And I think I might have said this in the episode.
Yep.
Like, okay, Jesus freak. Like, I would say
Yeah.
that. And I was so
And now
ignorant.
you're like, Jesus, hug me.
No, really. Now I'm like,
know.
I have a crush on Jesus.
Jesus is my daddy.
He's my daddy. I want him to take me to dinner. I think he's got the hottest. No.
What happens-
But he's the Prince of Peace.
When I would go to church with my friends, and I was not brought up with religion, and I'm half Jewish, and I affiliate myself more with being Jewish, although I didn't go to Hebrew school or any of that either. But what would happen if I took what is it called when you take the
Confirmation, or when you take the
when you eat the wafer?
the body of Christ.
Yeah, like what would happen if I got in line and did that? Is that supposed
You
to be
would-
like a big?
You would go straight to hell.
I'm going anyways,
Yeah,
probably.
right. Well, so the rule is that you're allowed to take communion if you've gone to confession recently.
Oh, okay.
I have been to confession once,
Oh, interesting.
and I did stop taking the communion for a
How
very long
bad
time.
was the thing you did before you went to
I
confession?
was in second grade. when I went
Oh,
to confession.
okay.
It was for communion, like they made us.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
And I've had it on my schedule because Saturdays at like 4:00 at the church right behind my building, it's like confession 4 to 4:30, and I'm like, I'm doing it. And of course, every time I forget or I'm too lazy.
Sleep. Yeah.
But so my sins have piled up, but you can't really make your own rules. But also, you're like,
You kinda can.
God gets it.
Yeah.
And so I've said many prayers of confession for the sins that I have committed, which are basically nothing because I am pretty great.
Yep.
No.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I've apologized and repented on my own. So lately I have been taking communion, but you are not. I'm not technically supposed to.
Okay.
And so if you walk up, like if you went to church and you're not a technical Catholic, you can walk up, but you go like this, and that means don't shoot.
Yeah.
No, you go like this, and that just means to give you a blessing
Oh, okay.
rather than taking communion.
Gotcha.
But the whole drinking the wine thing, I don't think I've ever sipped from the wine because you take communion.
It's communal, actually, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody, that has to
It's
be
wild.
Pretty. I mean, does that still happen after COVID? Do you think they'd give little like sippy cups?
Yeah, like during COVID, they weren't doing it,
Yeah.
as far as I know from my church. But pre-COVID, post-COVID, I'm not a germaphobe, but I'm also not drinking out of a cup that 50 people just drank out
Yeah.
of, and they just take a cloth and wipe it like this. I'm like, how about the backwash? Can you like wipe out the backwash?
Yeah, exactly. And certain people have a cold sore. There's
Yeah,
so much
no,
gross
I
stuff that
don't-
could happen, and it's why was that not part of the conversation when they were
that's
like,
how I got my cold sores. It was the
Communion.
the communion cup at church.
how is that not one of the possibilities when they were like, it was either a lab in China or someone ate a bat or Catholic communion.
Right,
like
right.
one
That
of
really-
the above is responsible. Yeah, that is really gross. I mean, but it's weird because even in hotels post-COVID,
I thought you were going to say in hoedowns.
even in
Hoedowns.
Well, remember when we were kids? Did you go to parties where you did like apple bobbing?
Oh,
where you bob your
yes.
head in
Yes.
like a vat of, and everyone's mouth is wide open. They're just backwashing
Yes.
constantly. It's disgusting.
Never thought about that. And then you're getting some stuff onto the apple when you're close.
Oh yeah,
It's almost like the hand
Oh,
claw thing
totally,
that
'cause-
like kind of gets it but doesn't.
yeah. So there's like teeth marks from people who almost got it before you. It's. What about chicken pox? Did you have to go to a friend's house to get chicken pox?
It was a requirement. You got an invite. It
Yeah.
was like, come over for chicken pox, get it out of the way.
And you were like,
No,
"This is the worst party I've ever been to. Everyone's disgusting."
Yeah, it's like, but at least I'm not the only one who's disgusting this time. As a kid, I was not a looker.
You're like, I'm the best looking one here. Everyone else is covered in welts.
But it was almost like a thing where you wanted to just get out of the way, the chicken pox.
Totally.
And
But now it's like you get a vaccine.
Yeah,
right? You don't have to go to your friend's house to get chicken pox. Although I think that's still the healthier way to do it.
It's humanizing.
Yeah.
I'm anti-vaccine for the chicken pox. We all need to know what we would look like as a pizza face.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the pre-acne.
It is.
Like, let you know how bad adolescence is going to be.
Yeah. I had a chicken pox up here somewhere on my head, and it left a tiny, tiny, tiny little bald spot.
Oh, how funny.
And my mom, when she would like braid my hair or whatever, she would, look at you with bald spot.
She was the first one to bully you.
Yeah, she's like, what are you, 55 years old and a man who works at a car dealership?
Who's going to marry you?
Yeah.
You're worthless.
So this is why I understand the bald man.
Yeah.
And why I understand.
Although you have so much hair. You could have like 9,000 bald spots and you still have so much hair.
I do. I went to when I got my hair done, this sounds braggy, but it is braggy. But when I got my hair lined, which I don't love for the record.
I love it. I do love it.
I'm going to change it a little bit, but I'll live with it for a little bit. But I don't like the pattern of the highlights. Anyway, when I got there, the woman, she was like, "This is all your hair. Like, there's you have nothing
like
in here.
Extensions, no, yeah."
And I do my best to make it look thinner than it is because my whole life it
Literally
looked
like.
I had my hair cut to here. We're really getting into the
know.
serious stuff. I had my hair cut to here in like 7th grade, but because it's so thick underneath, I literally looked like a Hershey kiss. Like it was, and I have the photo to prove it, and I should post it.
Yeah, I want to see that. We have to put that up on our Instagram.
Pinhead, and then my hair was just a full triangle.
Oh,
and so
yeah, because back in those days, there was no Jennifer Aniston like layered look yet. It was just like a blunt cut. Yep,
blunt cut, and it's like you guys know I already have a crossed eye, right? Like invent the layers.
Help me
please.
out.
Yeah. So,
Aww.
Anyway, but this is why I'm here.
All right. And we haven't even gotten to our hoedown. This is just proving our point. We haven't even gotten to our topics.
What a
Which are few.
What a literal hoedown this was.
Literally, yeah. Pretty much.
But the thing is, if you do name your show like something derogatory as a woman, number one, we know clickbait.
That's how you get them.
But we're also not actual hoes.
So we're taking the power back. That's the thing.
Right.
Tongue in cheek.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe at one point, Allie was.
Exactly. Or will be.
That's what I was apologizing for before communion.
Exactly. I was like, something good happened with this one confession. It was very disappointing. It was in 2nd grade.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, yeah. So what are we going to talk about?
Well, we could talk. I was thinking, I just watched the Charlie Sheen documentary. We had the Emmys on the other day, which I really only watch recaps, but I'm still interested.
I don't think a lot of people are watching more than recaps.
Oh my
for the
God, I
Emmys.
think you're right. Exactly.
And also, it has only been like a week since Charlie Kirk was shot. So,
and we could talk a little bit about that still, because the kind of cancel culture that's now being talked about, or like versus, consequence culture.
Yeah. So since we were just really goofy about the hoedown, do we want to switch into serious mode and go Charlie Kirk style, or do we want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So the first thing that I'll say about the cancel culture regarding Charlie Kirk is, yes, is there some hypocrisy? Sure, on the surface. You have a right to say whatever it is you want. You do not have a right to work wherever you want.
Yeah.
So if you're someone who's promoting and celebrating the death of somebody, I feel like, uptight, I'm so uptight. But I'm like not a super serious person, but like in this matter, it's kind of serious.
Sure.
But you're around, and a lot of the people getting canceled are
from
like
academia,
teachers,
and
and
healthcare people.
But
That's
this is weeding them out.
Yes,
they've
no, go ahead.
They've been for way too long getting away with the indoctrination of the kids, and this is not their right to have the job. Did you go to school and get the degree? Sure. Were you born with the inalienable rights to that job? No. So if you fuck up, there's going to be a penalty. And the other part is that it's not canceling for saying something utterly sensible, like the left generally will do to the right, like saying men maybe shouldn't play in women's sports.
Right.
Canceled, doxed,
Yeah.
sending violence toward that person.
Yeah.
For saying something
That's actually just truth.
It's not
Well,
hateful.
and the truth part is also men are men, women are women. You're not allowed to say that.
Right. So the difference.
But the other side gets all of the like truth factor when it's biologically impossible. Yeah, it's a very strange argument.
Right. So one side is getting canceled for being humanless, being soulless, and saying awful things that can lead to more violence. So if you're in a classroom of a teacher that you know celebrates this death, who knows what that kid is going to think going forward in the future when he's super depressed or when he's feeling angry and wants to shoot up a school or what have you. Oh, well, all these teachers were celebrating the death. So the influence is there. It's not like it's inconsequential if you're saying it and not affecting the students and the society that you live in. If you want to live in a society, you have to function like it's a society. And George Costanza, just another Seinfeld reference. We're living in a society.
Yep.
But like you really have to remember that. It's a society.
There's like fabric that has to be upheld.
Right.
Yeah, and I will say you expect it from kind of like blue-haired, crazy flag-wearing people to celebrate and like literally
blue-haired and flag-wearing?
Like whatever wearing.
Like the other flags.
Palestinian flag. Just someone who's so outspoken about like all of these very left-wing issues. I wouldn't be surprised about that like celebratory, nature in their posts. But yeah, the academia and healthcare workers is very surprising. And now, it's also, I was reading a whole thing about, a lot of people who didn't agree with Charlie Kirk but didn't know much about him were going back and looking at a lot of his debates and are like, he was a lot more moderate than we thought. And to say, like, he knew where he was speaking from with certain issues, and it was Christianity. Like, he had Christian values, and he explained it. So the people who equate Christian values with just hate at this point make no sense. Like, there's not a good argument there. You can disagree, especially the pro-life thing, which is probably the most, triggering to people. He clearly thought that it was murder to abort a baby. And so that's where he was coming from. He's not a policymaker. He can't affect change other than one vote. And he didn't treat anyone who had an abortion or who believed in abortion differently. He treated everyone with respect, which is, I got unfollowed and blocked by friends for saying he treated people with respect, which is crazy because I've not found a clip where he didn't. He was a bit of a dick on his podcast, maybe, which, is to get clicks probably. But like in debate, he actually always was he told people to not heckle at the mic. He told everyone to get a chance to speak. Yeah. So yeah, this nature of like just saying bigotry and hate-filled things are attributed to, religion or Christianity is crazy to me.
Yeah. Jorge, is there any way, I don't even know if this goes against like copyright, but could you play the first like minute of this YouTube video that I'm texting to you right now? It's Jorge, or it's not Jorge.
Is it the empathy quote?
No.
Because also that's
it's Jorge.
it's him online saying. But I was going to say, while you're looking for that, like the other thing is the firings also for people who are, because now all these politicians are like, well, we don't see any politicians celebrating, which I think is true. I haven't seen politicians celebrating. But this woman got fired from the New York Post, and it was a really big deal. She'd worked there for a long time, but she was posting quotes of his that were misquoted or completely
Why
incomplete.
was she working at the Post?
The Washington Post.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. I was like, the New York
No,
Post.
New York
like,
Post is the one
that's all. That's it. Like we've got the New York Post and Fox News.
Hey, everybody.
Okay.
But we had a
So just to set up this clip, it's a girl. Hopefully, it starts with the girl. If it doesn't, maybe we can fast forward. But she's at a debate with Charlie Kirk and she's talking about abortion.
Yeah.
And if his decision to change the Constitution is based on Christianity.
Oh, no. Yeah,
And-
it's based on state versus federal. Yeah.
And his argument is, I think, you can tell by her response, you can't really argue against it. So I won't say what it is because obviously Charlie Kirk will say it much better than me.
Okay.
None of your business, unfortunately.
And
But
Okay,
he
hello,
was
nice
a
to meet
fast
you, none of your
talker.
business.
thank you. I appreciate it.
He's a fast
But
talker.
do you love America?
Yes, I do.
I hate America. Every state in the USA should be an independent country. What do you think of this?
Well, I just first have to ask, since you hate the country, do you plan to leave?
What do you mean by that?
Do you plan to go live in another country?
No, I do not.
It's like,
Let me tell you something.
Your face is an idiot.
America
your face is an idiot.
the only country where even those who hate it refuse to leave.
Yeah.
That's how you know you live in a great country.
Can you prove that?
Yeah,
He just
with
did,
you.
'cause you're
You
living
just said
here
you're
and
not
not leaving.
May I have a hat?
No. So let me ask you.
It's just going to deface it.
Who do you plan to vote for?
He calls himself none of your
I
business.
plan
The
to
guy.
vote for Kamala Harris.
Why?
I mean, you answered my question, so I'm done here. Like, there are people waiting.
Can you tell me her greatest accomplishment?
No, I can't.
Can you tell me a single accomplishment?
I cannot. I want to leave. Like.
The girl's next.
Everybody, do me a favor. Please be respectful, okay?
Hello. So I have a few leading questions before my main one, because I have to be honest, I don't really know that much about you. So would you say that you're very religious?
I am religious. However, every one of my political positions is defensible from a non-religious perspective.
Okay, great. So I was under the impression that your beliefs on abortion were stemming from your religious beliefs.
Well, at the core, that is correct, but I can get that it is defensible from using reason and prudence, as I have done the last couple of
Cool.
courts.
So you're not trying to illegalize abortion based on the Bible.
Well, no, not based on the Bible. My personal conviction comes from the Bible. I want to make abortion illegal because it is the only applicable extension of laws we already and standards we already have in the West. Correct.
I'm sorry, can you maybe rephrase that?
Eliminating abortion is the only logical step while we apply the standard we already have in this country to unborn life. So we have murder laws.
Yes.
Therefore, murder laws should apply to unborn life as it does to born life.
Okay. So, again, reiterating, you're not trying to instate laws based on Christian beliefs because that would be unconstitutional, right?
Well, not again, sort of, but no, I am not using scripture to defend my beliefs. However, my personal convictions start with scripture, but the political views that we're talking about here are all defensible using reason and Western tradition.
Okay. So, great. That's all I needed to know, that you weren't trying to instate laws based on Christian beliefs because I would not be able to support anything that was so blatantly unconstitutional. But thank you for clarifying that for me. I had a whole thing ready, but I guess that wasn't necessary. Thank you so much.
Well first of all, just tell me more about how you view politics, or what. Is that okay? Or if not, and feel free to walk away. I'm not
Maybe
here.
not in this crowd.
That's okay. Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Archer.
Archer, thank you for coming up, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much. Thank you for clarifying.
And let me just say one last thing. I could tell you probably have a negative impression of Christianity, maybe. I hope one day we can earn back your support to making Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior. I'm sorry if the church has failed you in that way, because I do have strong religious convictions and beliefs, and there is a God who made you and loves you, and he sent his son to die for you.
Her name is Mom.
Okay, well, thank you. I do appreciate
Thank you.
the candor and the courage to come up here, but we will pray for you. Thank you.
Okay.
That, my friends, is called decorum.
That's called decorum, but I also just don't think, I mean, just because I'm not religious at all, I don't think that's even close to one of his best clips because it still just doesn't, but it goes to show that he does not care if someone's religious or disagrees, or it's respectful the whole way.
Right. So I'm like, oh no, wait, are we disagreeing on something? I might short circuit.
yeah, because I've seen a lot of his Bible debates, and so I just cannot get myself to. I'm so not religious. I don't care. And when he says, I care how he treats people like that, but when he one of the quotes that's been like horribly mistaken because everyone's cherry picking, the right and the left, or the right are picking like the kindest moments that he has, and the left is picking the most abhorrent moments. But the problem with the left is a lot of those moments that they're picking are very misquoted, or they're half a quote. And that's what's pissing me off so much more. It's like, especially the racial ones, like everyone's like, oh, he said black women didn't have enough brain power to live up to like white women. They have to steal. That's not even close to what he said.
No.
He said, I actually had bookmarked it because he
argues in favor of everybody has the same ability to have a high IQ, and race doesn't play a role. There's him on video saying that. Him basically saying what people will belittle, but him saying, let's erase race. Like, it doesn't matter. Let's literally remove race.
And go full merit. Yeah.
But yet, he's a white supremacist. So if a white supremacist is saying, I don't believe there really should be a focus on race, or there is race, even though obviously it's not like a total construct, but that's a little bit like lefty-ish of him to say like race as a construct in a way, even though I know they're super anti that sentiment. But what racist says that? What white supremacist says that?
That's what I mean. It's all about race to a white supremacist, but it's all about race to these super extreme leftist people too. It's like it comes full circle and they meet in the middle.
Right.
And also, like, you have Catherine Hochul, the governor of New York, who said like a black kid didn't even know what a computer was.
Right.
And then recently she just said they're giving out a check, like they're giving out whatever it's called, their inflation refund checks. And she went to a black church and said, now spend it on something you need. Don't go to the don't go to the liquor store. Oh my God. It's like, how is that stuff not blatantly racist? That's the most racist
right
that you can be, and you're getting a look into her brain.
Right, but you're also getting a look into the cherry picking of what the media will present. Imagine if Trump said that.
Oh my God, it would be over.
I don't want to lean on cities would be burning, but shit would not be pleasant if
it
he
would
said
be
that.
Really bad.
I want to get, if we make merch, if we succeed, and I'm going to change that from when we succeed.
There we go. Think it into action.
But like something like a t-shirt that says context matters.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yes. Yeah, because that's been such a thing with people, who use the N-word, but it's in quotes as opposed to saying it themselves. Like,
right.
It's just, but then as you say, a pass gets given to it's like Jimmy Kimmel and Sarah Silverman are two of the biggest proponents of all leftist everything. And there are two people who did blackface.
Right.
You can't find that many people on the right who did blackface. Howard Stern. It's like, that's all of the...
Right. It's the left. And that's where I come back to the overcompensation.
Yeah.
We're trying to hide what ills we may have had in the past by being a really, really preachy good person now.
That's, probably true. But I do want to go back to this one quote, because what he actually said, it wasn't even just a general thing. He basically said, like, Joy Reid, Michelle Obama, Kajani Brown Jackson, all of these women, he said we would get in trouble for saying they're affirmative action hires. But a lot of them went on to speak for affirmative action and said, we are here because of affirmative action. So he said they're actually making our argument for us and basically saying that, like, that's the problem with affirmative. Then you look at a person who might be fully qualified for it, but they're saying that they're because of affirmative action, or they did get there because of affirmative action, but then performed just as well. But in your mind, you think lesser of them. And he's like, and that is a thing that should go away.
That's, there's so many amazing Black women that I follow on Instagram or watch on Instagram or whatever. And I would love Jorge to just play all of the clips. Like, I just want all of these clips to be played on repeat for everybody. But one of them, she's saying, hey, assholes, I don't want people questioning why I have my job.
Yes.
I'm a smart, well-read, educated, whatever, great hire.
Yep.
But now, because of you motherfuckers,
people
I could
question
be
it.
putting words in her mouth.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because Clarence
She was
Thomas
really-
had the same thing. He said, I graduated, I was the best in my class, but because affirmative action existed, I couldn't get hired because people said, oh, you were an affirmative action kid. And so it does a disservice. That's his point. You can actually disagree with any part of that, but you can't misquote him and say that he just said in a blanket way that Black women were somehow not capable of thinking in the same way. He didn't say that at all. He said a few very specific, prominent Black women said that they were affirmative action hires.
Right.
And that and the same with you posted the empathy one. He didn't say he hates empathy. He said he doesn't like the word empathy. He prefers sympathy.
And compassion.
Yeah.
And everyone
so the
just-
misquoting is just that's what's really infuriating.
And I wonder if the misquoting, it's probably a mix, but is the misquoting done intentionally by the majority of people, or is it that that's what they saw, so they just regurgitate it and
Half
they
and
don't
half,
know?
I think.
Yeah.
Totally.
And that's why I feel this need. It's like the worst itch ever you want to scratch,
yeah.
like in your butt, and you can't because there's a bunch of hot dudes behind you. I just want to scratch that itch so badly and tell all of these people, you're not paying attention and you don't know about context.
Yeah.
So read my t-shirt that says context matters and my coffee mug that might come flying your way if I'm angry enough.
And then the hat that says "fuck all the lefties."
Right,
And they're like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
no, wait, we went too far.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Well, speaking of that, in our hoedown rundown, I wanted to talk about this is a reveal that I don't really want to reveal, but so we live in we live in New York City.
Yes.
I live in a wonderful, beautiful apartment, 3-bedroom apartment with a couple.
Balcony, the whole deal. Yeah.
So yes, so the balcony is the length of the apartment. The apartment itself is updated. My room, it's a great place. So I'm not like living in the slums with like roommates. Maybe that would actually get me more street cred. But anyway, I also live with roommates because I don't want to be alone. Like I'm not good alone.
Yeah.
I hold myself to higher standards if I know there are people that will hold me accountable in a way like, oh, Kristen hasn't been out of her room in 4 days. You know what I mean? Like if it was just
Exactly.
a studio or a one bedroom.
There's a really foul smell coming from Kristen's room. Is she still alive? Yeah, we need someone there to make sure.
Like, oh, she's alive. She just hasn't showered. So I've been very, very nervous because they're very much on the left, as far as I know. So they're a couple, I won't go by names, but they don't call each other boyfriend and girlfriend. They use the term partner. One of them has pronouns in their bio. The other one doesn't. I hate saying the other one. Like I'd love to say their names.
Why do you think they're on the left?
yeah. So recently they had said something like about like Mandami or Mom Donnie better win, stuff like that.
Right.
And I was sitting there like, I took the garbage out earlier. You guys, you still like me? Like,
You're like, I do chores. Can I stay?
Yeah. But I, never said anything. We've never gotten into it. However, when I first moved in, I was wearing a crucifix. And I wish I could say names because now I'm like, can I say guy?
Yeah.
I can. He's super cool. So the guy grew up in, I think, like a Christian fundamentalist home, which will turn people off from it, of course. I think the reason I'm not turned off was because as a Catholic, it really isn't forced down your throat in this militant way. But when I got there, I was like just meeting him and he's a little sassy and I was wearing the crucifix and he was kind of like something like, what's this about? Or like, what's the deal with this? And I had heard him talking about Christianity quickly at one point. Like, I don't know if it was like the day I was looking at the place or something. He wasn't doing it intentionally to be like scaring somebody away who might live there. But I'd heard him saying something about it. So I knew he wasn't on the side of like
religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he asked me like what this was about, I didn't want to deny because I don't want to be Peter and deny Jesus, and I don't want to be Paul or Saul, who was once Saul. Anyway,
you can make up names.
I know.
Like okay,
Jorge was one of the disciples. But I also didn't want to get into an argument or anything like that. I just said, after my mom passed away, my faith became the way I survived, and it's very important to me. And that's it. And so that was basically it. And then one time I was wearing an old T-shirt that was it just said in NYPD. It's like an old sleepy T-shirt.
Yep.
And I usually would have it on just in my room, but it's a comfortable one. I'm like, this is a good sleep tee. I can't get rid of this good sleep tee. So one time I did come out, and one of them was like, oh, NYPD, you know. So us starting this podcast and me being open and honest was scary because I was afraid that they were going to ask me to not live there. Like, we like you, but we can't live with someone that
Disagrees
has
with us.
your views.
Right.
So from the first episode that we taped, and this sounds cowardly, and it is, because I like to avoid confrontation, and I also don't want to lose where I'm living, even though now we are losing where we're living, which
Ironic.
yeah, so ironic. Now we're like the happiest family, and so I avoided them for many weeks, and if I heard them coming, I would like, oh, I'm back in my room for a minute, and I think they were maybe picking up on that. So the other day, the elevator door opened. I was pushing stuff in. I had like ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon, and because I'm lonely. And then one of the roommates was coming out, and I haven't seen him since we started this podcast. So that's like 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, it's a while. Yeah.
When you live with someone.
Totally.
But he's been commenting on my Instagram, and I wasn't sure if it was aggressive commenting, like in a tongue-in-cheek way, or if he was truly supporting me. So I didn't know. And I know they're both lovely people, but I really just was nervous about we can't do this.
Right.
So anyway, the elevator door opens, and I'm pushing the boxes in, and because they were heavy, I couldn't let them, otherwise I would. And I saw it was one of my the guy roommate coming out, and I wanted to keep my head down, like, oh, we are not seeing each other, but we've never had any sort of run-in, or it's been nothing but lovely.
Yes.
And so I was like, Kristen, just look up, like be an adult, like grow up. And so I looked up, and he looked down at me, and this was the day. It was right when we got home from taping our podcast on Friday.
Okay.
And so I had been very emotional. If people listen to the last show, they'll hear that I said I got my period the day that he was shot. I would still be emotional regardless, but I was very, very, very highly emotional.
Yeah.
And so he looked at me I've never had anyone look at me with such sympathy in their eyes.
Oh.
And he said, and it wasn't insincere, you can get that sense of like, I'm so sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, like, oh, that's a bummer for you.
Yeah.
He looked at me with the most genuine, sad face, and he just goes, I am so sorry. And like, he was already like immediately emotional. And I really wasn't like sure what he meant, because I'm like, does he know? Obviously.
That's so funny. You still are like, did something else happen that he's feeling bad about?
Right, because he can't be. So, it put me in my place, so to speak, in regard to, because I'm saying that on the last show, I'm like, I don't really know that many non-militant-ish liberals, or ones that are open to saying, it's okay. I get that you have another point of view. I don't know them. And so he said, this has been such a horrible week, and I'm genuinely sorry. And I'm like, I'm so glad you're saying something. And I started crying. I said, because for the past, 6 weeks, he goes, oh, I saw you started the Hoe Rogan podcast. And I was like, and I didn't know if you even
would be okay with it,
want me to stay. And he was like, are you kidding? The nicest thing he said to me, he said, because I had said to my dad, if they didn't want me to live there, when I was kind of discussing it, I said, at least I hope that even if they vehemently disagree, where they don't want me to live there, they'll see what a respectful, caring, thoughtful roommate I was. And hopefully that will speak to my character, which will speak to the character of other people that they don't agree with.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll leave that kind of lasting impact. So he said, and I'll tighten this up now. He said, don't even worry. We all have our own points of view. He said, I have, extreme Christian family. I have extreme liberal family. Like, we all have our own point of view. And he goes, I am team Kristen no matter what it is. And I just said, like, I said, can I have a hug?
Aww.
And he gave me the best, most like warm, loving hug. And it was such a relief, especially after like the ad hominem type attacks
Yeah.
that I brought on myself from putting my views out there and that we put on ourselves. But it was such a moment of human connection that I was so starving for. Then I went upstairs and her, Kay, her name starts with K.
Okay.
Mine does too. So I'll just call her Kay. Kay knocks on my door and she was like, Kristen? And she didn't know if I was crying because I had been crying with R.
The other guy. Yeah, yeah.
So I opened the door and she had the same look of just, I'm so sorry and we love you no matter what you think. And we're so grateful that you happened to become our roommate. Like that, somehow we found each other. And so then, because the building is basically being completely renovated, they're getting rid of all the tenants that especially are in the good units, and we're in the penthouse.
That'd be great if it was because you actually got along. You were like, we wanted you guys to fight. If you're going to agree like this on something, this is anti-American.
Right.
You guys
just
need to want to murder each other. Yeah,
from
get
the
out.
apartment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, ironically, we have to be out anyway. But I have so much respect for them, and they were such a perfect example of what needs to be happening in this country right now. Is saying, I get it. You have a different view. I have a different view, but I know your character, and I think the world of you.
Yeah.
And then I said the same thing
politics don't
back.
matter.
Right. And
it's the people who put the problem with it is the people who put the aspersions on that's like, this person is a racist and a homophobe, and if you support them, you support that. But there's no factual evidence that says that person is that.
No.
And that's where at social media, it just gets everyone so riled up. But I do think, because I do have a lot of liberal friends, and they're mostly very, very normal and accepting, and just a few on the fringe are crazy. And so it's so good you finally have some normal accepting ones in your life.
I mean, like I have a cousin who was really upset. I mean, I have some family members currently that are upset with me, but I have a cousin who I love beyond words. And if he listens to this, he totally knows. We had an argument online, basically, about politics. He's gay. He's married to obviously a husband. He is one of my favorite human beings on this entire planet. I could also get emotional talking about him, and the fact that there was a divide from having shared disagreements was so sad to me. And it was awkward. And he goes to church. He's very Catholic. And he's very welcome in the church, of course. But I was home visiting, and we go to the same church, and we hadn't spoken. And I saw him and sent a text. And so I am actually going to hell for texting in church. But I sent him a text, and I said, like, please don't leave before, like, we can say
hi. Yeah.
we can talk or whatever. And we had a coming together, and I get emotional about it because it's such a beautiful thing to go, okay, we disagree, but we love each other so much.
Yeah.
And we're family. And I'm worried that he's mad at me again now, but it's like, I think we've passed that because anyway, but the thing is, the majority are both based in kindness.
I think so too.
And
the
it's
world
just,
it's the news
right,
and social media and all that stuff that really preys on people's,
Right.
extreme sides and radicalization.
Yeah.
And actually, we can move right on to the next topic with that because the Charlie Sheen documentary, I forgot.
Speaking of radical,
well,
he was
I
like
forgot
an
how
old school
crazy.
radical where like before the word radical became more known with politics
Yeah.
and more with like kind of hardcore bad
Crazy
boys
behavior.
and drug,
Totally.
druggies or whatever.
But do you remember how crazily we supported that behavior? Like as a country, the crazier and more like drug addled he got when he was like Tiger Blood, winning, they put him like on the road to like go out and do live events. I think Jeff Ross was hosting. It's the craziest thing when people should have been trying to get him into like a facility to get helped.
It's money. Feast on him.
Yes.
It's like a freak show.
That's exactly what it
Watch
is.
the car crash.
Like across the board. Like he just kept getting bigger roles and like more money, and you cannot give like a crackhead money like windfall. He's just gonna.
Well, he got paid the most out of I think anybody for one sitcom.
Yeah, it was $2 million an episode.
Yeah. And
I think that might still be. I don't know if anyone's ever beat that record.
right. Like, I don't even think Seinfeld. Definitely Friends didn't.
Nope.
And they, not they, because we know what happened to Chandler, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Matthew Perry.
Well, that also though, did you read his biography at all?
I don't know how to read.
Well,
But
actually,
when I learn, his is the first.
I listened to it, and
Okay,
so yeah, I still would not be as. It's funny because when these guys are telling their own story, Charlie Sheen had like full like final cut on his, so it really does show. They show some crazy stuff, but it pretty much paints him in a pretty good light. And he's like repenting by writing this stuff, but he's obviously leaving out the terrible, because like I think he held a knife to like one of his wives, and there's a lot of bad stuff.
Was he accused of like rape and stuff like that? I
was just talking to Shannon about that before you got here, because Corey Haim.
Right, he accused.
Well, Corey Feldman accused Charlie Sheen of raping Corey
Haim.
Haim.
Right, I get the Corys confused.
Totally.
The 80s
they're so
Corys.
confusing.
Yeah.
And we were saying, like, why would he... First, they were saying Corey Haim's not known to be a liar. Corey Feldman, sorry, is not known to be a liar. But why would he put that on his friend instead of himself after he died? There's all this crazy stuff. And he apparently... Talk about how much we love a spectacle. He is on Dancing with the Stars now.
Oh, he is?
Corey Feldman is on Dancing with the Stars. You know who should be on Dancing with the Stars? Is that couple that got caught at that Coldplay concert.
Oh, yes. Oh, my
Wouldn't that
God.
be
That's such a
amazing?
good idea.
We should start putting like regular people in scandals on that show.
Yes.
Because they both got fired. They need money.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, we should put the teachers that are getting fired, like the professors.
Amazing. The ones from different firings, like the ones from the left firings, should have to dance with the ones from the right firings.
The cancelings.
Yes.
The dancing of the cancelings.
That would be cancellation of the stars. Dancing of the cancels.
Oh, that'd be great.
I don't know what to call
That's hilarious. Well, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman.
I don't know why that's so hard.
First, I always say Leonardo DiCaprio was my first crush, but my first crush was actually Corey Feldman from...
Stand By Me?
No, not even like a good one.
Oh, no.
From, oh God.
Goonies?
No. Oh my God. It's the one where the
rape
creepy
of two Corys? That's the one.
Hold on. Corey Feldman. It's with the Burbs. Okay, I didn't have to look it up.
I don't
came
think
to me.
I know that one.
It's with Tom Hanks, and it's
I do know of it. Okay.
this weird, family in the neighborhood might be like killing people in the neighborhood, and it's like a comedy.
Okay.
But I had such a crush on him from that, and I questioned my sexuality like a little bit because he had longer hair,
Oh, that's so funny.
and I had a crush on the guy.
Am I a lesbian?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I had a crush on the guy who sings more than words. And I had a crush on Anthony Kiedis.
Oh, they all long hair.
And
You
they all
are a lesbian.
I was like, I must be a lesbian, but I didn't understand it. But I figured.
that's
but then
the
I just
church upbringing.
and I was just like, no, I'm just into douchebags.
That would be.
Especially Charlie Sheen in Ferris Bueller when he plays the bad boy.
He's great in that, actually.
Oh, my God.
It's such a short scene, but he's so good.
He's done so much damage, I think, to a lot of women's attraction.
To a lot of women in general?
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. Like actual
Actually,
damage. But then like the 6 degrees of separation damage where I didn't realize how hot he was in that scene, but I think that's stuck with me.
Yeah.
And I'm really drawn to
Him because of it. Like,
D-bags.
Yes, totally. And like the bad boy. Yeah, he well, by the way, speaking of Corey Haim, when I first moved to LA, I can't remember the name of the place I lived, but it was like a kind of long-term housing in LA in Burbank. And
He was living there.
he died. Like the
Or he-
first week
yeah,
I
right.
got there were a bunch of helicopters above.
Way to get it wrong. He was living
But
there.
he was living there. What a sad end, because he was
Yeah,
also
I
living
forgot
there.
that,
It
yeah.
was his mom's place. He was
Yes.
just like crashing on the couch
Right.
of his mom's place. And the first week I got there, he died. So there's all these like helicopters above and like news, like, you know, TMZ or whatever inside. And I was like, is this
Welcome
what
to
LA
LA.
is like?
Yeah.
And they were like, no, Corey Haim
No, this
just
is what
overdosed.
Allie Breen
next
is
door.
like. She's a murderer.
Yeah, I killed Corey Haim. I'm here to admit.
Very convenient time. No.
Right when I got to LA, Charlie Sheen though, yeah, he talked about, but I think, God, what was the movie? I just saw it. That helped launch him, that really small part in, you know, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, yeah.
But before that, he got cast in The Karate Kid.
He was right. He was supposed to be Karate
I
Kid.
never knew that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So he had to turn that down because his dad said, you gave your word to these people who are making a horrible movie, do that. But that is one of those weird butterfly effect things. Like, I wonder if his life would have taken a totally different turn if he was Ralph Macchio
Totally.
instead.
Well, he makes a point. I didn't watch the full documentary because I didn't, have time.
Yep.
But
Or desire, probably.
desire.
I'm the only one who's like excited for it.
Yeah. No, I actually really want to watch it. But he talked about his father, Martin Sheen, being such a stable, loving father and always doing the right thing, like sticking with the movie that wasn't going to be as successful. And they said, and what I want to point out, everyone's going to think I'm just like super, it doesn't matter, super religious or something. But Martin Sheen, I believe, is very Catholic. And
Has he always been, or did he find that during the filming of Apocalypse Now? Because it looks like he went through something.
he had a drinking
big.
problem, I believe.
Yeah, he did. And I think he might have gotten it on that set because it was so hard to live that every day.
Right. That's the war movie where they're in, is it like Vietnam?
Yeah.
I watched part of that, actually, the fact that I have to ask, but I watched part of that recently with my dad. And I was like, I don't want it's too harsh.
Yeah.
And usually I can watch that stuff, but it was really harsh. My dad's
Yeah.
like, just watch this one scene where he shoots him in the face. I'm like, but that's the whole reason I'm like going away.
Yeah,
I don't want to
exactly.
watch.
It's too much. I agree. Like the goriness. Like everyone loves The Pit right now. I can't watch it. It's so gory to me. I'm like, I don't want to see this graphic.
I don't
like-
even know what it is.
Oh, it's the new.
I'm out of touch.
Oh, that was the Emmys. I think Noah Wyle. I don't even know if he won. I think he might have won. It's remember the guy from ER, the really hot guy that was younger than George Clooney, Noah Wyle.
Yes.
So I don't know what he's been doing in the meantime, but he got cast in the same exact show that he used
Playing
to
Wile E.
do.
Coyote.
Playing, well, no, just playing exactly who he played in ER, I think.
Yeah.
And so they've redone ER, but it's like more gory. It's just another ER show. Why did George Clooney get so famous and Noah Wyle didn't? Because wasn't he as hot at that point?
I think that's a groupthink mentality. I don't see why George
funny.
Clooney is so appealing. I never have.
Interesting.
And I feel an inauthenticity from him. Just personally, I pick up on that vibe for me.
Yeah.
But he's like In-N-Out Burger. Did I use this reference already before?
I think so. Everyone says it's really
Yeah.
good, but their fries suck.
Right.
Yes.
And the burgers are like, okay.
They're fine.
But it catches on and people are like, oh, I've got to like In-N-Out Burger. Just like I've got to like
Because I
George
see
Clooney.
the line around the. I think you're right, and he said some moronic things. Like he actually tried to attack Megyn Kelly for. He said she wasn't like a journalist, and then she made fun of him. I actually saw the show. He was in Good Night and Good Luck on Broadway, and he played Edward R. Murrow. But of course, while he was playing it, he started to think his opinion counted for more because he was playing like a newsman from back in the day.
Right.
And she made fun of him for that. And he was like, he actually proved her point because he was like, oh, Megyn Kelly? Like, Megyn Kelly's a real journalist. Come on. Like, I've at least been to Darfur. What has she done? It's like, you're an actor who's like been to Darfur. Like,
as
we've
in
gone and
character.
done military tours. Like, it's like, I can't be like, oh, I've been to Iraq. I'm basically a war hero.
Right.
It's like, I was there for 2 days
Right.
doing a show. It's insane. And she literally has a full career outside of being a lawyer of doing only journalism.
Those two
She's very self-important.
people are perfectly contrasted because I find her to be the most authentic
Yes,
person
agreed.
and him to be one of the least authentic people. So not surprised that he would say that about her. It seems fitting.
Yep.
And I know because we're coming close on time.
Yeah, we have like 9 minutes.
Not my fault by any means.
We're always on time. Poor Jorge. My God.
You know. So the Emmys, Stephen Colbert
Yes.
gets an Emmy, which is so funny. It's funnier
It's
than
literally like
anything's
a
been on his
DEI
show.
Emmy. Yeah.
It is a DEI Emmy.
It's like we know we have to give it to this guy
Right.
because he's leaving. So it's not.
But it's yeah, sorry.
No, it's just not the reason you would normally get an Emmy. I think if it was a normal year, there's no way he would win.
I would have said, guys, that's embarrassing.
Yes.
Like, my show is being canceled because it's losing $40 million a year. We all know it's not the best.
Yes.
I don't need the pity trophy, but they'll take it. And
actually like relish in it.
Yes.
Like the standing ovation that came and him being like,
yes. And like, honestly, at this point, like, I would have more respect for someone if they had a bowling trophy in their house than an Emmy.
yeah.
Because I'm sure that obviously there is still merit-based Emmys given out to great actors. But it is so political. They just proved it by giving Stephen Colbert the Emmy.
Yeah.
They should really actually give him the Grammy for the vaccine song that they did on his show. Like that's Grammy worthy.
Would really be. Yeah, that would really be. And that's something he would also take seriously.
Yeah.
And relish, I'm sure.
Right.
Like, that is right. I am amazing for supporting the exact wrong side of.
Right. And making an embarrassing song about it for everybody to see for the rest of time.
It is such kind of a circle jerk, though.
It's
It's just all rich, out of touch people really applauding themselves. And, you know, to get super political, because people hate us already anyways, the people who are saying, like the pro-Palestinian people who go up there, there's never an award show where one person says, bring them home. Like, that's it. And it's not even, you're just saying, bring the hostages back. It's not even saying Israel's
Right.
doing anything. It's like, I can't watch that stuff. And the other thing is,
Cowardice.
it's cowardice, and they all act like John Oliver said the word fuck, and Hannah Einbender said the word fuck, and they all like go nuts. It's like when a rock star takes a shot on stage and people lose their minds. It's like, why are you so excited?
Why they
about-
cheered when they said the F word?
Yeah, like Hannah Einbender. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And I like her show a lot. I like the show Hacks. But she went up and she was like, fuck ICE. It was like, go birds. I'm going to totally destroy this. But it was something like, go birds, fuck ICE, and free Palestine. Or something, and people were like, "Blah!" Like it was a rock star statement. It's like you're just preaching to the choir. You know you're going to get these applause.
Yeah. And some people in the audience, given the sexual history, they probably have fucked actual ice. Like they probably put it in their assholes and like,
or someone else's.
Yeah.
Unwillingly.
right.
Yeah.
And then call it ice cream.
It's
Oh, that's really gross.
That's so
Oh my
gross.
God, that was so gross.
you just made
Who I
up
am.
like one of those donkey punch lines.
Yeah. Oh, here I am. Now I do have to go to confession.
Yeah. Exactly. Wipe those sins away.
That was bad.
There was something else I was just going to say about the Emmys, and it completely slipped my mind.
Well, while you're thinking about it,
Yeah.
I'm just going to say we're wearing red and green. It's not Christmas time, but you and I are both Italian.
Very.
Very much.
100%. Yeah.
You are the least Italian looking human being I've ever seen.
Exactly. I have nothing but the palest, sickliest DNA in me. There's
Yeah.
nothing Mediterranean or
Yeah.
olive-y.
On Gutfeld the other night, the Tom
Shalou. Yeah.
I love their introductions that they give for
Yeah, they're
every
so
guest.
like sarcastic and mean.
So great. It's so
Yeah.
great. And it was just like Tom Shalhoub, who's for people who don't know, a very, 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 very white man.
Yes.
And
very religious. He is very religious.
Is he very religious?
Yeah.
He's super funny.
Yeah.
Does a great Biden impression. They introduced him as something like albinos even call him pale or something like that. Or something. But you're not as pale as him.
I'm there. I'm close. Like there was a show at Gotham that I would do a lot, and Jim Gaffigan would go up a lot, and I would end up following him.
Two pales.
Yeah, I was always like, thank God I'm not the palest comic on the show.
Yeah.
That's the only guy who I know that's paler.
But you're really not that pale, but you do glow.
It's weird. I don't think when I look in the mirror, I'm like, I'm got like a little, I'm freckly, so there's like some melanin at least. But no, but then I look on any like video of me and I'm like, my God, I'm just like a white aura.
Well, so I uploaded our podcast yesterday to YouTube, and I'm using CapCut on my computer. I have to understand how to make some color adjustments and things like that. The one effect I hit, it was like, I think it was a brightening effect.
Yep. I turned into like a ball of flames.
You literally had a halo, like legitimately. And I was like, maybe Allie is religious and she just doesn't know it yet. Because I'm like, that can't be physical, that glow.
Right.
But it was
I
full
don't
glow.
have to go to confession. I am angelic.
It was like just a pure, fuzzy, beautiful, golden glow.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
This is what I was going to say about the Emmys, I think. I don't think this is what I was going to say, but
Okay.
this is what I
Oops,
will
I
say.
forgot, yeah.
Is I would have respect for them if they at least nominated Greg Gutfeld.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
If he doesn't have to win, but at least put something in there that shows that you're like in touch with what people want to be watching.
Yeah.
And it's the same with the Oscars. It's like they won't nominate like a Tom Cruise film. They won't do the action film, even though everybody goes to see. Or it was Top Gun because it was so patriotic.
Right.
And it wasn't like a good patriotic time in the U.S. So they just don't nominate. And then they, make the best film like about a stripper.
Right.
It's bizarre.
Right. And like the reviews for any movie that isn't leaning in their narrative direction, like, was it Reagan?
Oh, yeah.
Like that, I didn't see it,
I didn't
so I
see
don't
it
know.
either, actually, but they said it was great.
I heard it was great, and I think the Rotten Tomatoes reviews, like the critic meter, is so low, and then the audience
one is so high.
Yeah, which is like, you guys just swallow your pride and just admit, like, we will respect you for that. Like, that's respectable.
Yeah.
If they showed a little backbone.
And it would help in culture and society in general. Just like, don't reinforce the divide. Just, yeah.
But they are continuing to double down on it.
Always.
Maybe it will loosen up, but I don't know. But they are, like, if we're talking commitment, like, that level of commitment is what people should feel when they enter a marriage. Like, they are committed to, we're fucking idiots. Like, they are committed to that. Because they're going to lose money. I mean, they're going to...
That's the crazy thing.
Shows like Yellowstone.
Yeah,
and stuff
they were
like that,
killing it.
That's what's making money, and there's actors like going toward that.
Yeah.
And I applaud those actors. And yeah. Anyway,
I think we got to wrap it.
Me too.
Wrap it up.
And by wrap it, we mean Jorge's unit, because that's how we get the studio. Is we both hoe it up with Jorge after.
True to our hoe.
So wrap it up, Jorge.
He's like, what is happening right now? All right. Well, where can they find us? I should know this stuff, but I know you know it better.
I don't even think we said it at the top.
I don't think we
when I
did either. We were like, we need to start announcing this at the top, and then we didn't.
Yeah. So we're available on Apple now.
Yes.
We're available on Spotify. We are available on YouTube. And the trick is, because the name is so similar to Joe Rogan, the internet does think
You're just
we're looking for Joe Rogan. So type in the Hoe Rogan podcast and Allie Breen and Kristen Carney, and you will find it. It might take like a couple minutes or like...
And then subscribe, because then it'll just come right to you.
Yes. So subscribe and rate, but only if you're going to rate 5 stars. But please send it to your friends and share it with other people who are like-minded or
who
people who like to hate watch things.
Or who want to just hear the other perspective and maybe have a conversation.
And I'm serious still with Jorge. Like, I would love for him to chime in when it feels natural and appropriate for him. Like, I'm not going to force him, but to have his
Although you do
perspective.
sometimes force him. You're like, what do you think, Jorge?
Well,
and poor Jorge's got to be like, I don't agree.
Yeah, and then I just cut him off immediately and tell him why he's wrong. So,
All right.
All right.
I think we're ending exactly on time, even though we never managed to get here on time. So
It's 12 o'clock.
bam.
We did it.
We did it. Till next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.